Let's do the interview thing.
Hello, my name's host Eric. I'm a host talking to fence people, and I have painted myself into a corner, as they say. A bit of a challenge to get out of there. I'm host Eric, host talking with fence people. I am here with fence person Ray. Ray, you'll be pleased to know that you are now officially, formally, a famous person. Congratulations.
Officially?
Yeah, officially.
Wow.
You check the registry of famous people, you'll find your names right there.
Incredible.
I've not met him for this evening. I want to type him. We're going to ask him some typing questions. So, question number 1. Are you likely to leave small objects behind at home that you should remember to bring with you when you go to some place like work or school or something like that?
Somewhat.
Okay. Do you feel like you have a good sense of your schedule as to what things you did the last few days and what things you anticipate you will do going forward? And if so, do you think that actual things that happen will align with your sense of your schedule as it is standing?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't for a little bit, but I am now.
What, scheduled?
Yeah, I've had a good schedule. I just haven't been doing too many things.
Do you like having a schedule or
Yeah.
not like it?
No, I didn't like having a schedule. To follow.
At any given moment when you're walking down the street, and let's say there's nobody talking to you or anything, you got no music on,
Okay.
are you experiencing an emotion?
Just seeing someone? Or
Are you just walking down the street, there's no music playing, you don't know anybody, there's nobody that you know around.
Yeah.
You are?
No, I'm saying there's nobody around.
Right, there's no music playing, you just walk, there's nothing to occupy your attention except you're walking, there's the world around you,
Okay.
and whatever's going on in your head. So,
Yeah.
what's going on in your head? Are you experiencing an emotion is the first question.
Yeah, I'm taking in what I'm saying most of the time. I'm trying to just.
When you say you're taking it in, does that mean you're actively looking at the world around you, or what? How are you taking it in? How are you taking it in with which senses? Eyes, ears. Which is your primary sense input that you rely on? Eyes
and nose.
Nose. So you go around the world going,
No, I can just.
smells like truth around here.
I breathe through my nose so I can smell things.
You smell things, okay. If you are walking around the world, looking at things, you say like, okay, there's a tree, there's a sidewalk, there's a business that sells whatever. Oh, this business sells little dolls, little dolls that people collect, collectible dolls. What happens in your brain from that point? And then you've got multiple choices here. You can think about that. You can move on to the next thing. Whatever. What goes on?
I usually look in the store, just think about what's in there, but usually pass by.
Yep, dolls. Any other thoughts you'd have about the dolls?
Not any specific I can think of.
If I were to say to you, can you give me 3 different reasons why dogs are better than cats, what would you say?
3 reasons why dogs are better than cats?
Yeah. They don't have to be correct, right? You don't have to give me the right answers. Just any 3 reasons why somebody might claim that a dog is better than a cat. Or 1.
I feel like a dog is like a, I don't know, better bond.
More bond, okay. Which describes you better? I make decisions about people based on how I feel about them, or I manage other people's emotions to make sure that everything's cool.
In the middle.
In the middle, okay. You're the mayor of a village. It's the Middle Ages.
Okay.
In this village, you've got 2 halves of it, connected by a bridge that goes over a river.
Mm-hmm.
It's now winter time. A raging storm has come, and the river becomes a big torrent, and it's washed your bridge away. So you cannot get over the river by the bridge. Now, half your village is on one half of the river, the other half of the village is on the other half of the river. You do have boats to get people across, back and forth.
Yeah.
However, once the bridge was washed away, a troll came to reside in your river. And he takes a 10% food tax on any food that crosses the river. So, what he does is he's got like magic. He's about 12 feet tall, but if you're going across the river and you're carrying a sandwich, before you can even notice he's there, you see sort of a green, warty flash, and then 10% of your sandwich is gone. And you're like, what the hell? Oh, that troll. Like that, right? And this is true whether you have a sandwich, like one crumb of food you take across, he'll take 10% of that. One whole dead cow, he'll take 10% of that. Whatever food it is, he'll take 10% of it if it crosses the river, okay? So, here's the problem. As a mayor of this village, all the food's on one side of the river, and half the people are on one side of the river, and half the people are on the other side of the river. So, the issue is, you have food stored up for the winter, but if you pay 10% of it to the troll, then not everyone will survive the winter. You'll have some starvation. Not a bunch, but some. Maybe like 10 people, 20 people will starve.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Now, if you don't pay the 10% troll tax, then you're going to make it through the winter successfully without anybody starving. All right? So, the town is restless. People are, what's going on here? Somebody needs to, where's the leadership in this community? And they all look to you, and you got a town meeting, and you got your gavel, you hit boom, 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 boom. Now talk to the assembled townspeople about your plan to deal with this situation.
My plan to deal with the troll is, you know what? We have to band together, make up a plan. That's exactly what we're doing. But band up and somehow we'd have to eliminate the troll somehow.
So by eliminate, you mean what?
We have to kill the troll.
You have
somehow.
to kill the troll, okay.
In some way.
So okay, the sounds better.
But
like
there's going to be casualties anyway. You know what I mean? So there's going to be casualties. If you accept it, people are going to die in the winter. If you decline, trolls. If you don't kill them, trolls going to be pissed and kill somebody.
All right, so you get together a bunch of the men here in this meeting. Now, this meeting, because it's the Middle Ages. It's the Middle Ages. You got about 100 dudes in this room, and they're all your followers of the town, right? There are more men than that.
People.
There are more men than that in the village, but that's how many are at this meeting.
Okay.
And you're like, okay, well, look, let's go kill the troll. And then you get together a band of 20 men, and you make a plan to go kill the troll. You all get your pitchforks and your swords and stuff, and your horses and your armor on and shit. And you're gonna go about to roll right after the troll. And you say, okay, well, let's.
No. Yeah, go ahead.
We got a plan. We're gonna attack the troll. Let's wait until morning. Go to sleep. Get up in the morning, you go to do this plan, and you discover on the banks of the river are all the wives of the village, and they are holding signs that say, don't kill the troll's an endangered species.
Okay, that's a good perspective.
Now, do you still want to try to kill the troll, despite them objecting and saying, we save the troll, there's only one of him around?
No, not accepting that. Why would you accept that? Why would they be praising something that's actively killing people,
He's not hurting anybody. He's not hurting anybody. He needs to eat too. Listen, we're not going to sleep with any of you guys until you agree not to kill the troll. And now a lot of the men in your little band of married men are starting to go, hey, you know what? My wife's going to be really pissed. I'm going. Forget this.
Yeah.
Let's just pay the tax. We'll take a crapshoot. Somebody will starve, whatever. Come up with a different solution, boss. Come on. This solution's, I don't want to mess with my wife being too mad at me. Okay? So, now, you can still try to force through the issue and kill the troll and just deal with it. Or you could try to come up with a different plan. It's up to you.
Negotiate with the troll to make it 10% depending on if 10% depending on if it's like a large, you know what I mean? Or if it's like a cow, and depending on how small, like whatever food there is, the lower the percentage, I guess.
Okay,
like
so
that.
You're saying, look, it's fine. If you want to take 10% of a sandwich or something, fine. But if we're bringing a whole cow over, well, you can have a steak. You don't need 10% of the whole cow. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So the troll goes, interesting idea. I've never heard that idea before. You're saying if you take over a small piece of food, I'll take 10%, because that's how much I need to eat. But if you bring over a big piece of food, I don't need to take 10%. I can just take the equivalent of 10% of a small piece of food. Is that right? But what's to stop you from taking all your food over in big, huge pieces of food right now, and then leaving me to starve for the rest of the winter?
People might starve, but we'd have to share food somehow. Can't kill you.
Are you going to guarantee that you'll not try to pull that trick? What is wrong with you? It's just a June bug. Jesus Christ. Are you going to guarantee that you will continue to move food more or less normally, except for an occasional large item, and that you'll move food persistently throughout the entire winter so that I will be able to get some food?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, deal. And that's a solution to the troll problem. It's an interesting solution to the troll problem that I haven't ever heard before. I've asked a lot of people the troll problem. You suggested that he should have different tax rates for different amounts of food. All right, well, let's move forward into the next sort of questions. So, how important is it to you to be socially graceful?
Socially graceful?
Yeah.
Not that important.
Do you feel like you are socially graceful? Let me change the wording of the question.
Graceful.
How important is it to you not to be socially awkward?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah, I'm just really thirsty.
Here.
My throat is parched.
Where's the soda? Abraham, can you get a 12-pack of soda from the back of my car, please?
I have water.
Oh. Well, where is it? Well, I should go get some. Do you feel energized?
I don't drink water, I get anxious.
Do you feel energized in general by interactions with other people, or tired out by it?
I feel good about it.
That doesn't answer the question. Do you feel generally pretty sure about what you think about given positions, or do you go back and forth?
I'll go back and forth.
You don't go back and forth. Okay. So, then, let me see. Do you think truth is created or discovered?
It's a very interesting question.
That's a good question.
It's a very good question. Can you repeat it? I'm sorry.
Do you think truth is created or discovered?
You know what this is like?
If somebody says to you, this is the way it is, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do about it, this is just the way it is. Do you think, well, hell no, we can make it like this or the other thing?
Something.
Or do you think like, well, I can understand this is a whole reality here, I'll go and move on and make another whole reality in response or something?
You know what I want to do?
Which do you prefer?
I want to take a big ass group.
You have to repeat that. I'm sorry.
Do you like to argue?
No.
Do you dislike to argue?
Yeah, I just like to argue. I just try to hear people's opinions, if that makes sense.
Is it your perspective that everyone's entitled to their opinion and more or less nobody's right or wrong? Some people are just more strongly opinionated than others?
I feel like right and wrong is it's universal.
You think it's universal?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so rare. Almost everybody's a relativist. Okay, so what do you think constitutes the universal right and wrong?
No, I didn't mean to say universal.
I'm not. Keep in mind, I am not judging the position either way. I've heard.
No, I forgot.
Wait, well, what is right and wrong for you? What does it mean to be like
That's
immoral?
what I meant. It depends on the person. That's what I meant to say.
It depends on the person.
Yeah,
so you
so I
think
meant to
it's
say
relative.
relative.
You think it's relative. Okay. Okay, a
mistake.
relativist. That's like most people are relativists, but at least in words only. In words, they're relativists. So, do you have politics? Like, do you think that the government should do something or not do other things?
Honestly, don't get into it. Like,
Okay. And let's see what other questions I have for you. So, do you think that, would you say you're more likely to proceed along a path or check to make sure you're on the right path? Or how frequently, as you proceed along the path, do you... That's so fun. How frequently, as you proceed along a life path, do you check to make sure it's the right life path? Would you rather spend time determining what you ought to do or spend time doing it in general?
I'd rather spend life experiencing things, if that makes sense. I wouldn't rather think about stuff. I mean, not too much.
What kind of experiences do you like most?
But
like sensual?
anything with someone that I don't know.
Like new people?
Yeah, new people, because I don't know, family, I already know to be around them, but new people,
New experiences, new people.
Anxious. And weed gets me anxious. But I'm fine. I like your dog.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to focus with this interview.
You're doing just fine.
Perfect.
Listen, it's not.
I like that you're drinking coffee. It's good.
It's not an interview so much as me typing you. It looks like they're ready to go. All right, let's wrap this up. I think you're an ESFP, which is extroverted sensing, introverted feeling, extroverted thinking, introverted intuition. That's what I think you are, and I will let you know what the people in the various comment section who watch this and maybe have a different opinion think. But that's my assessment of Ray here. Ray, famous person, and ESFP. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to eat plenty of cheese.